Hi students, friends, good afternoon to all. I welcome you all in this fluid mechanics lecture. In the last lecture, we have solved the problem based upon this simple tube manometer. Okay, now we will move ahead to see what is the single column manometer. Again, it is a simple YouTube. It is one type of simple tube simple manometers. In that, we have seen that due to the limitations of the piezometer, scientists have invented the simple YouTube manometer, right? Whatever the limitations of piezometer, so that piezometer it cannot be used for measurement of the very high pressure, and then it is has the limitation that negative pressure it cannot be measured with the help of a simple piezometer, and that's why the scientists have come up with the simple YouTube manometer. And then again, simple manometer again, if you see, we require to do the measurement of the two different pressure heights here. One measurement we have to do here on the right hand side, and one measurement we have to make here on the left hand side. So two measurements we need to do here in case of simple manometer. So the scientists again thought on this, and they thought in this way that what if we made the single column manometer, then we need to measure only one column of the manometer. Okay, एकच त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला मॅनोमीटरचे रिडिंग आपल्याला घेणं त्या ठिकाणी गरजेचं पडेल, करता येऊ शकेल. So that's why they invented this single column manometer. So actually there are two columns, but it is the name of single column manometer it is given. It is the reason behind that. The reason behind that is the dimensions of this simple right limb manometer and the left limb of the manometer, they are different. If you see in the diagram here, आपण जर डायग्राम मध्ये जर बघितलं तर या ठिकाणी आपल्याला दिसेल की हा राईट लिंब आहे अँड दिस इज द लेफ्ट लिंब, अँड हिअर दे हॅव प्रोव्हाइडेड दी रिझर्वायर हिअर. ओके, आणि ह्याची जर आपण डायमेन्शन बघितली, देन दिस एरिया ऑफ दिस रिझर्वायर इट इज नियरली 100 टाइम्स ग्रेटर दॅन द एरिया ऑफ दिस स्मॉल ट्यूब. याच्यापेक्षा 100 पट मोठा आहे. अँड नाउ वी विल सी दॅट how we can eliminate the left hand side, the measurement of the left hand side, and just only by measurement of this particular column we can take the readings, or we can find out what is the pressure inside this pipe. Okay, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आपल्याला काय करायचंय, या ठिकाणी रिडिंग न घेता फक्त हे रिडिंग आपलं कॉन्स्टंट फिक्स असेल H1, हे कुठल्याही व्हॅल्यू साठी आपल्याला हे H1 रिडिंग फिक्स असेल. फक्त आपल्याला काय करायचंय, we have to measure this only H2 value, and H2 value measure करून त्या फॉर्म्युला मध्ये टाकायची आणि त्याचं रीडिंग फाइंड आउट करायचं. That is the only task here that we need to do. And why it is called single column? Because this is the only column that we take the help for the measurement of this pressure inside the pipe. Okay, and this is the reservoir which is provided here. So let us understand now the working of this, and they have made again one more advancement they have made in this single column manometer is that instead of this is one vertical type of manometer, and they have one more type they have invented, that is the incline single column manometer. Okay, if you want to more accurate results, right, and in that case what should be done for that? Instead of using this, if you use incline single column manometer, then they will get more accuracy, they will get more accurate reading for the small deflection also. Okay, that you will see later on. Now here just we have seen that there are two types of the single column manometer. One is the vertical single column manometer, and second one is the inclined single column manometer. Okay, so let us see now what is the first single column manometer. Let us read first this thing, whatever the theory part it is given here in this slide. Single column manometer is a modification or modified form of YouTube manometer in which a reservoir having a large cross section area about 100 times as compared to the area of the tube is connected to one of the limbs, say left limb of the manometer as shown in figure. जसं आपण डायग्राम मध्ये बघितलं आहे त्याप्रमाणे. Due to the large cross section area of the reservoir, for any variation in the pressure, the change in the liquid level in the reservoir will be very small. रिझर्वायर मध्ये होणारा जो फ्लक्च्युएशन आहे ते खूप लहान असेल, and that fluctuation, that decrease and increase of the depth, it can be neglected as compared to the fluctuation which occurs in the right hand side of the manometer. Okay, त्याच्यामध्ये जे होणारे फ्लक्च्युएशन आहे त्याच्या कंपॅरिझन मध्ये रिझर्वायर मध्ये होणारे फ्लक्च्युएशन निग्लिजिबल आहेत. So that's why we can neglect this left hand side part of the manometer, and this equation then we can, just by knowing the value of the reading on the right hand side, we can measure what is the pressure inside the pipe. The other limb may be vertical or inclined. Okay, जो रिझर्वायर सोडून आहे दुसरा जो लिंब आहे तो जो लिंब आहे other limb, it can be vertical or it can be inclined. There are two types of this single column manometer. Then one is this vertical single column manometer, and second one is the inclined single column manometer, right? So I think you have understood now why it is called as the single column manometer, and then these two types vertical. Why it is called vertical single column? Because the other limb of this manometer, it is connected with the vertical single column. Okay, vertical या ठिकाणी single column जो आहे त्यांनी connect केलेला असतो. That's why it is called the vertical single. And inclined single column manometer काय म्हटलंय, कारण या ठिकाणी जो single column आहे तो कसा आहे, inclined with the horizontal, it's making certain angle, and that's why it's called as the inclined single column manometer. Now let us first understand what is the vertical single column manometer, and then we will understand what is the inclined single column manometer. So let us first vertical. Now here, why we are neglecting the left hand side part of the manometer, that first we will understand here by the derivation. Okay, so here as usual these are the terms which can be seen here in the diagram. Okay, what is the this delta H? Delta is nothing but it is the difference of these datums. Initially before starting the pump, the mercury level, it was at the level XX. Okay, XS level या ठिकाणी mercury level होती. Okay, and after starting the pump, due to the pressure intensity inside the pipe, the liquid started flowing inside this reservoir, and it has pushed down this mercury level. Okay, and now it has settled at the level YY. Now the difference between these two references, that XX and YY, that is nothing but it is delta H. Then what is H2? H2 is nothing but it is the rise of heavy liquid in the right limb. Right limb मध्ये झालेली rise जी आहे, so that is nothing but H2. What is PA? PA is the pressure at point A. या ठिकाणचा pressure PA. What is capital A? Capital A is nothing but it is the cross sectional area of the reservoir. हा जो reservoir आहे याचा cross section area आहे. What is small a? Small is the cross section area of the right limb. याचा छोटा जो small area आहे, that is called as the small a. What is S1 S2? S1 is the specific gravity of the liquid in the limb, liquid in the pipe. यातली specific gravity S1. What is S2? Specific gravity of the liquid in this particular liquid. Okay, or the we can say liquid present in the reservoir. Okay, before starting the pump, that was manometric fluid. Then rho 1, rho 2. Rho 1 is the weight density, mass density of the fluid flowing through the pipe. Rho 2 is the density of the liquid in the reservoir. Okay, so now after defining these terms here, now fall of the liquid, heavy liquid in the reservoir will cause a rise of heavy liquid in the right limb, right? हा जो एवढा fall आहे from X to Y, this fall of the liquid is going to create the rise of the liquid inside this right limb column. Now how much rise it is taking place? This much. So this much volume has decreased here, and this much volume has increased. So these volumes are same. Now we can equate these two volumes. या ठिकाणी जो volume वाढलेला आहे, that volume is equal to the volume of mercury decreased from X to Y. एवढं या ठिकाणी volume decrease झालेलं आहे ते same असणार आहे. So now here, if we multiply the cross section area of this reservoir, what is the cross section area of this reservoir? It is capital A. And what is the change in the depth here? It is delta H. So here on the left hand side, cross section area of the reservoir multiplied by H, delta H, you will get here the volume of mercury reduced in the reservoir. And then it is increasing the reservoir, increasing this right limb, it is given by small a into H2, because H2 is the rise. Here you can see it इकडे या ठिकाणी वाढलेला आहे H2, right? This H2 multiplied by small a, that is cross section area of the this tube. Okay, then if I take this capital A here on this side, then I can write here delta H is equal to small a by small a into H2 by capital A. Now, if you look at this particular term, small a by capital A, it is, we can write it as a 1 upon 100, because it in previous slide we have seen that it is 100 times, nearly 100 times the area of the this limb that we have mentioned. So if the area of this limb is A, 1, then area of this reservoir will be 100. So we can write here 1 upon 100 into H2. Now, if you see this H2 in meter, if you count it, it will be very small. In millimeter, it will be large, but in meter, it will be very small. It may be 0 point something meter, right? Something meter, it will be 0.8, say 0.7 something, and it divided by 100. If you look at this, what is the value of delta H? It will be 0.008. Okay, this much small fluctuation in terms of meter if you count here. And this fluctuation or this change in the depth, it is very, very small as compared to the rise here. Okay, he rise जे 0.8 मीटर मध्ये. ओके, किंवा ह्याला आपण mm मध्ये जर कन्वर्ट केलं तर किती येईल? 80 mm वगैरे या ठिकाणी येईल. आणि हे mm मध्ये जर काढलं तर हे किती येईल या ठिकाणी mm मध्ये? It will be, let us say here 0.008 meter, it will be 8 mm. Now if you compare this 8 and this 80, it will be 0.8, I think it will become 0.8. Now if you compare this, it will be very, very small here. So we can directly neglect this change fluctuation in this right limb, and we can take the reading of this. So how it can be done? Let us see ahead here. Delta H is equal to A into H2 upon A. Now, whatever the conditions that we have applied previously for the simple tube manometer, the condition of equilibrium of the same condition of equilibrium we have to apply here. When stability, okay, after some times, what is going to happen? Equilibrium is going to maintain from YY. Okay, the liquid pressure intensity in the left limb above the YY will be equal to the pressure head in the right limb above the YY. The same condition of principle we are going to apply here. Then the pressure in the right limb above the YY is equal to the pressure in the left limb. Pressure in the right limb, it will be in this right limb. Y2 into this H2 plus this delta H. आपण आता कुठून मेजर करतोय? YY पासून मेजर करतोय, म्हणजे हा डेल्टा H पण आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी पकडावा लागेल. ओके, दिस मच हाईट H2 प्लस डेल्टा H एवढा या ठिकाणी राईज झालेला आहे. सो दॅट राईज वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर मल्टिप्लाइड बाय gamma 2. So gamma 2 into delta H plus H2. Similarly, pressure in the left limb above the YY. या ठिकाणी YY मध्ये काय असेल प्रेशर? हा H1 प्लस हा H1 कुठपर्यंत आहे? XX पर्यंत आहे, बरोबर आहे. आणि हा डेल्टा H जो आहे तो डेल्टा H पण आपल्याला या ठिकाणी पकडावा लागेल. So H1 plus delta H into Y1. So that will be the pressure in the left limb. So equating these two. So Y2 is equal to Y2 into H delta H plus H2 is equal to here gamma, actually gamma 2 into this and gamma 1 into delta H plus H1 plus PA. PA is nothing but pressure inside this pipe. So therefore PA is equal to what we can write. I will take this particular quantity on the left hand side, and then I will get this equation. PA is equal to this much, right? Then if I take the delta H common here, so delta H can be written as delta H into gamma 2 minus gamma 1 plus, I simplify केले आपण, याने याला multiply केलं, याने याला multiply केलं, then this and this. Okay, then we got these values and this delta H common column. Now from this equation number 1, delta H is equal to हे आपण पाठीमागच्या स्लाइड वरती आपण हे केलेलं derive केलेलं आहे, and that value I will put here now. So I have put it here, right? Now if you look at this whole value will be very small as compared to this values, and that's why we can neglect all this complete part here. Okay, हा part आपण completely neglect करू शकतो, and then we can say that the equation of this finding the pressure intensity, it can be written as PA is equal to gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 1 H1. ही इक्वेशन आपण या ठिकाणी लिहू शकतो. ठीक आहे. So now here, if you see in this equation, this gamma 1 is known to us, this gamma 2 is known to us, and this H1 is also fixed. Why H1 is fixed? If you look at this equation diagram here, if you see this X value is fixed 1. Okay, before starting the pump, already mercury level was here. So this value, H1 is measured from this value. So this H1 is also fixed 1. Only the variable is the H2 value, and that H2 value we have to measure from, that is also from this reference line X. Okay, इथून ते आपल्याला measure करायचे. And once you find this value of X, H2, you will get the value of pressure intensity inside the pipe. Okay, so that is the beauty of this simple tube manometer. Knowing the equation from the equation 2, it is clear that as H1 is known, and hence by knowing H2 or rise of heavy liquid in the right limb, the pressure at A can be calculated. So just we have to calculate the pressure intensity, that this height of the manometric fluid that we have to measure from this X, and if you put that value of H2 in that formula, then directly we will get the pressure intensity inside the pipe. Okay, so that's why this single column manometer is having the advantages as compared to the simple tube manometer. Simple tube manometer मध्ये आपल्याला दोन रीडिंग घ्यावं लागतील, म्हणजे H1 पण कॅल्क्युलेट करावं लागेल आणि H2 पण कॅल्क्युलेट करावं लागेल. तर याच्यामध्ये H1 फक्त एकदाच कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं. H1 परत सारखं बदलणार नाहीये. H1 ची व्हॅल्यू फिक्स आहे. फक्त या ठिकाणी बदलते काय, H2 बदलेल आणि फक्त H2 ची या ठिकाणी व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करायची आणि त्याप्रमाणे प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी कॅल्क्युलेट करायची. If you look at this formula is similar to the simple tube manometer. Okay, simple tube manometer जो आपण फॉर्म्युला पाहिलेला आहे, त्या फॉर्म्युला सारखाच हा फॉर्म्युला आहे. There is no difference in that two formulas. And what is the difference? H1 value and H1 value is here known to us. Gamma 1, gamma 2 are known already, and this H1 is also known. Just we have to find out what is the value of H2. Then comes second type of the simple single column manometer, that is the incline single column manometer. Okay, so why it is called incline? In the diagram you can see the tube, this is inclined here, and that's why it is called as the incline U-tube manometer, single column manometer. Why this is made like this? Because if you look at the vertical and incline, in vertical case, if there is a small fluctuation in the pressure inside the pipe, okay, या pipe मध्ये जर थोडं फ्लक्च्युएशन झालं तर या ठिकाणी राईज इझिली जास्त नाही होणार. ओके, कशामध्ये जास्त राईज होईल? इट विल बी मोर राईज इन दी incline manometer. So where more sensitivity is required, or where more accuracy is required, in that places we prefer this incline single column manometer. Okay, now here derivation is quite simple. What we have to do, just we have to apply the trigonometry. Here graduations of this reading will be given on this manometric tube only. Now instead of rather measuring of this height here, what we measure the graduations provided here. Okay, हा जो x आहे, x ला या ठिकाणी 0 आपण कन्सिडर करून इथून लेवल किती वाढली तर या ट्यूब वरती या ठिकाणी मार्किंग केलेलं असेल, आणि ते नंबर ऑफ जे ग्रॅज्युएशन्स आहेत ते ग्रॅज्युएशन या ठिकाणी मेजर करून वी कॅन measure the length of the this tube, how much liquid has rised here, and that value we use for measurement of this. And this angle theta is also known to us. Okay, this angle is fixed one, we don't change this angle. Okay, because once it is manufactured, this tube is manufactured, this angle cannot be changed. It may be 30-60 degree in between that, but once this angle is fixed, so this angle is also known to us. We can find with the help of compass also what is the angle made by this particular tube. Okay, and just we have to measure what is the length here. Okay, and that we have to put that value in the formula to find out what is the pressure intensity inside the pipe. So here how to generate or equate to this equation here, how to get the equation. So let here L be the length of the heavy liquid moved in the right limb from XX. Okay, theta will be, now here the scale will have the 0 marking from this point. Okay, 0 will be here, आणि इथून या ठिकाणी हे रीडिंग्स या ठिकाणी ग्रॅज्युएशन्स वरती दिलेले असतील. Theta is the inclination of the right limb with horizontal. H2, what is H2? H2 is the vertical rise. Now here, H2 is the vertical rise. Okay, x पासून आपण vertical rise या ठिकाणी घेतले. हे derivation साठी आपण घेतले. In actual practice, we don't measure the H2 here, directly measure here L. Now here, by applying the trigonometry here, okay, if you see here angle, it is angle theta here, okay. Then if we made the triangle here like this, then we can see sin theta is equal to opposite side, that is H2 by L. H2 by L is equal to sin theta, right? So H2 will be equal to L sin theta. So H2 चे आपल्या ठिकाणी काय लिहिता येईल L sin theta. So just the derivation will be same for the vertical and incline. Okay, only instead of H2, what we have to put L sin theta. So from the equation 2, whatever the equation we have derived for the vertical single column manometer, the same equation we have taken here. Okay, because the procedure is same and we are going to get the same thing in this derivation also. So directly we have taken here this value P is equal to gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 1 H1. And now instead of H2 here, what we can put? We can put here L sin theta, and we will get the equation as PA is equal to L sin theta or gamma 2 L sin theta minus gamma 1 H1. Okay, so this is the final equation here that we use for finding the pressure intensity inside the pipe. Okay, instead of finding H2, just here we have to find out what is the value of L. Theta is known to you, gamma 1, gamma 2 is known, H1 is known. Just to find out this length of the water, how much it has risen here inside this inclined pipe, and then we're putting that values, we will get here the pressure intensity. Instead of this gamma 2, we can write the equation in terms of mass density and rho and g. Okay, so now you can note down these things in your notebook. Before moving ahead, it will be better to write down this title. Is it over? I've written the title, then these two types, then write down the title vertical single column manometer, and then draw the diagram of this vertical single column manometer. Is it over? Then write down this equation, which is useful for while solving the problem. P is equal to gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 1 H1. Then write the title incline single column manometer. Draw this diagram. Write down this equation. Or you can write the equation like this also. Gamma 2 L sine theta minus gamma 1 H1. Is it over? Yes. Priyanka Babur, then Suprabha Badwe, Sharda Dubal, Rutuja Gowli, Anisha Borse. Are you listening? Roll number 1. Roll number 1. एक minute. Yes, you can unmute yourself now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
you were mute. That's why you were unable to unmute yourself. Now, based upon these formulas, let us solve one or two problems, because in examination, most of the times problems are asked on the simple-tube manometers and differential manometers, and not on the single column manometers. Even though then also we will solve one or two problems, because we don't know whether it may be asked or not in the coming examination, right? So let us write down the problem. A single column manometer is connected to a pipe a single column manometer is connected to a pipe containing a liquid of specific gravity 0.9. Pipe containing a liquid of specific gravity 0.9 as shown in figure. Find pressure in pipe. If area of reservoir is 100 times the area of the tube, for manometer reading shown in figure below. For the manometric reading shown in figure below. So for the vertical single column manometer, what is the formula? P is equal to gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 1 H1. So first of all, write down the given things here in the problem. Given. So consider this as a H1. Then this is H2. Then S2 will be equal to 13.6, right? Here, specific gravity of the liquid is given as 0.9. So S1 is equal to 0.9. So directly you can use the formula EA is equal to gamma 2 H2. So for that, you need to find out what is gamma 1 H1 first. So gamma 1 is equal to gamma W multiplied by 0.9. Right? Gamma 2 is equal to gamma W multiplied by 13.6. Right? So find out that, put that value in this formula and tell me the answer of pressure intensity in Newton per meter square. So if you see here, this value of H1 will be fixed 20 centimeter. Just you need to find out this fluctuation in this column, that is H2. Yes, anyone? Okay, 51,600 Newton per meter square. Correct. Correct. You have to write down the unit also, Ketan.
Okay.
In Agarkhed, Aditya. This last one, Akanksha. We have got the answer. So this problem is quite similar to the previous problems that we have solved, right? So let's solve the next right on the problem. A single column vertical manometer is connected to a pipe containing oil. A single column vertical manometer is connected to a pipe containing oil of specific gravity 0.9. The area of reservoir is 100 times the area of the reservoir is 100 times the area of manometric tube. The level of mercury in the reservoir is at depth of 30 centimeter below 30 centimeter below the center of pipe, below the center of pipe. If difference of mercury levels, if difference of mercury levels in the reservoir and right limb is 50 centimeter, calculate pressure in the pipe. Calculate pressure in the pipe. Now in this problem, the diagram has not given. You can draw the diagram like this. Consider this as a 30 and this is a 50, H130, H250. And here S1 is equal to 0.9, S2 13.6, find out gamma 1, gamma 2, put that values in the formula and find out the PA. Okay. Priyanka, okay, is the previous answer. Kekan, then Anisha, they have got the same answer. Let's check it. Correct. Only 2 students have got the answer. What about others? Other students? Aditya. Okay. Yes, other students. Ganesh, Priyanka, Pooja, Mangerkar, they have got the answer. Vedant, Vijay,
Papa.
okay, many students have got the answer. Now let us move ahead. Now we'll see the next second important type of the manometer is the differential manometer. So while seeing the classification of manometers, we have seen main two classification. One is the simple manometers and second one is the differential manometer. In simple manometers, we have studied the piezometer, then simple YouTube manometer, then we have studied single column manometer. These are the three types of the simple manometers. And now here we are going to see the differential manometer. In differential manometer, we are going to see the two types which are most commonly used, that are U-tube differential manometers and inverted U-tube manometers, right? So what is the difference between these two? We have studied already, I have told you. So can anyone repeat it here? What is the difference between simple manometers and the differential manometers? Anyone?
Simple manometer measure
Simple
a pressure at a point, and differential manometer measures the pressure between 2 points.
Correct. Anyone other? Okay. Simple U-tube manometer is used for simple manometers are used for measurement of the pressure at a single point, and differential manometers are used for measurement of the pressure difference between the 2 points, right? So here the same thing it is written here on the first sentence here. It is used for measuring the difference of pressure between any 2 points in the same pipe or two different pipes. And in simple manometers, one end is connected to the pipe and other end is open to the atmosphere. But in case of differential U-tube manometer, both ends, okay, are connected to the points whose pressure difference is to be measured. Two ends, like here you can see in the diagram here. One end is connected to the one pipe here, and other is connected to the other pipe or other point on the same pipe. Two types, simple U-tube differential manometer, and second one, inverted U-tube differential manometer. Okay. Now here we are going to derive the equation how we can find out the pressure difference. That procedure we are going to see it here, and then same procedure it can be applied while solving the problem. Okay. Now here the terms have the usual meaning. Now there are 2 points here, point A and here point B, and here we are going to measure the pressure difference between these two. Means we are going to find out what is PA minus PB, or conversely also you can consider PB minus PA if the PB is greater than PA, right? And HA is the pressure head in the pipe A, point A. HV is the pressure head in the at the point B. S1 is the specific gravity here at pipe A. S2 is the specific gravity of the manometric fluid. Generally, it is mercury. And S3 is the specific gravity of the liquid in the pipe B. Okay. H1 is the column height in the left limb above the datum. H2 is the column height in the right limb above the datum of the manometric fluid. And H3 is the column of the liquid in the right limb, okay, of the fluid which is present in the pipe B. So I think there should not be any doubt regarding this terms here. If anyone is not able to understand this, I will explain it once again. Here they have mentioned here the meaning of each term. What is HA, H1, what is H2, what is H3, S1, S2, S3, HA and HB, right? Now we have to apply the same equilibrium condition that we have used in simple U-tube manometer or differential, that single column manometer. What is that? Pressure head in the left limb above the datum is equal to the pressure head in the right limb above the datum, right? So what are the pressure heads in the left limb here? S1. Now first of all here HA, that we will consider here. So I will clear it. HA plus the pressure head due to this column of the liquid, that is H1 S1, right, is equal to, what are the pressure head in the right limb here above the datum? One is HB, second one here H2S2, and third H3S3. So here I can write HB HB plus H2S2 plus H3S3, right? Now take this H1 S1 here on this side and take this HB on this side here, left hand side. Then what I will get here? HA minus HB is equal to this H2S2 plus H3S3 minus this H1S1. Okay, so this I will get, and this is nothing but it is the difference in the pressure head between 2 points. The unit will be meter of water. Okay, a difference कशामध्ये येईल आपल्याला? Meter of water. Now I want to find out pressure intensity inside the fluid. So what I can write here, instead of this HAHB, I can convert this HAHB in terms of pressure intensity. We know that PA is nothing but it is gamma 1 HA, right? And PB is nothing but it is this HB. It will be now here gamma W, not gamma 1, gamma W, gamma W HA or HB now here in this case. Now HA is equal to what will come? HA will be is equal to this gamma W will become in the go in the denominator here. So it will become PA divided by gamma W. So instead of HA, I can write here PA divided by gamma W minus this HB is nothing but it is PB divided by gamma W. So instead of HB, I can write here PB divided by gamma W. Right. Now if I, and this will be equal to HA minus HB. So instead of this, I have written here meter of water, right? This will be same. Now if take this base is common, gamma W is common here. And if I take this gamma W on the right hand side, then I will get here PA minus PB is equal to gamma W into HA minus HB. Okay, because whatever the value we are getting here, that is nothing but it is HA minus HB. So this is the formula that we need to use for finding PA minus PB. Okay, this is one procedure. And as usual, there is alternate formula here also that you can use. Instead of finding the pressure heads directly, you can find the pressure intensity also here also. What is that formula here? We can apply. What is the condition? Pressure intensity in the left limb above the datum is equal to the pressure intensity in the right limb above the datum. What are the pressure intensity in the left limb? It is pressure intensity that is PA. Pressure intensity because of this column gamma 1 H1. So PA plus gamma 1 H1 is equal to PB plus this is the PB here, then gamma 2 H2, this is the pressure intensity here, and gamma 3 H3 this. So you can write here gamma 2 H2 plus gamma 3 H3, right? Take this PB on the left hand side, this gamma 1 H1 on the right hand side. Then what we will get here? I can write here PA minus PB is equal to gamma 2 H2 plus gamma 3 H3 minus gamma 1 H1. Okay, so this also procedure also you can use for finding the pressure difference between the 2 points. Everyone understood this? The same thing has been mentioned here. So I will rub all these things here. Before that, you can see PA minus PB is equal to what? Gamma W into this equation, HA minus HB. And second equation here, if you see PA minus PB is equal to what? Second alternate method. gamma 2 H2 plus, gamma 3 H3 minus, gamma 1 H1. Okay, so these both equations procedures you can use for finding the pressure intensity inside the pressure difference between the 2 points, right? So write down the title there: differential manometer. Differential manometer. Write down there. It is used for measuring. It is used for measuring the difference of pressure between. It is used for measuring the difference of pressure between any 2 points. Any 2 points in a same pipe. In a same pipe or in two different pipes. Or in two different pipes. Write down the two types here. Most commonly types of differential manometers are U-tube differential manometer and most commonly used types of differential manometers are U-tube differential manometer and second inverted U-tube differential manometer. Then write down the title U-tube differential manometer. U-tube differential manometer. And then draw this diagram below that. Is it over? Everyone has drawn the diagram. So don't sit idly. You have to draw the diagram. Have a practice of drawing the diagram here only. Once it is over, then tell me. Is it over, Kekan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then write down these equations. You can write down the steps directly, all the steps here. Under equilibrium condition, pressure head in the left limb at the datum xx is equal to pressure head in the right limb. Then write down this equation, then write down this equation, then this one, then this equation, then this and this. These are important. Is it work?
Yes, sir.
Then write down this alternate method. Pressure in the left limb at the datum is equal to pressure in the right limb at the datum is equal to PA plus gamma 1 H1 is equal to gamma 2 H2 plus gamma 3 H3 plus PB. PA minus PB is equal to gamma 2 H2 plus gamma 3 H3 minus gamma 1 H1 Newton per meter square. Is it work? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll see what is inverted YouTube differential manometer, right? How to derive the equation for finding the pressure intensity, pressure difference between 2 points on the same pipe or between the two different pipes. Then why, as earlier, there was the differential YouTube differential manometer. Then why the scientist felt the need of inventing the inverted YouTube manometer? Can anybody will tell here the difference between these two, inverted YouTube manometer and YouTube differential manometer? Yes. काय फरक आहे दोन्हीमध्ये?
Inverted YouTube
YouTube
manometer is
manometer
used for negative
gravity.
One by one. Who was telling? Kekan, huh?
मीटर मध्ये सर ग्रॅव्हिटनली फोर्स असू शकतो, ते ग्रॅव्हिटनल फोर्समुळे ते हे वॉटर जाऊ शकतो. आणि इन्व्हर्टेड मॅनोमीटर मध्ये सर याला फोर्स अप्लाय करावा लागतो, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वगैरे.
नाही, तुमचा आवाज नीट येत नाहीये.
म्हणजे इझिली फ्लो होऊ शकत नाही सर ते वॉटर वगैरे.
Easily flow. In terms of manometric fluid, what is the difference between these two? Manometric fluid जो आहे ते दोन्ही मध्ये सेम असतो का की कण का वेगळा असतो?
same.
सेमच असतो सर, बट
But what? Mangadkar? Shruti?
Inverted YouTube manometer is used for measure the negative pressure between different points.
Or negative pressure measurement? No. Anyone else? Range नहीं, आवाज येत नाही. ओके, ठीक.
लो प्रेशर मेजरमेंट साठी.
Anisha Godse, okay. Low pressure difference measurement. So that is the right answer. But when we require the low pressure measurement? And what about the manometric fluid? Godse, Anisha? Whether the fluids are same or different? Manometric fluid?
सेम.
Same. Okay. So I think there is a confusion in your mind regarding this inverted YouTube manometer. See, even after having this simple YouTube differential manometer, the scientists have invented this inverted YouTube manometer. We have studied that here generally the manometric fluid is the mercury and liquid flowing through the pipe is water, right? Till now, whatever the things we have studied, in that most of the times water is flowing here and mercury is here, or any oil is there. So the liquid flowing through the pipe generally it has the specific gravity less than the manometric fluid, right? Now this mercury it has very high specific gravity, that is 13.6. To why we have used the mercury as a manometric fluid? Because it is heavy. That is one of the reason. And for the large pressure difference, it will show the small deflection. But this becomes the disadvantage when we are interested in very small pressure difference. Okay. ज्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला स्मॉल प्रेशर डिफरन्स मेजर करायचा आहे त्या ठिकाणी हा मर्क्युरी मॅनोमीटर हा कामाचा नाहीये, कारण थोडा प्रेशर डिफरन्स साठी या ठिकाणी रिडिंगच दाखवत नाही, दाखवली तरी खूप कमी दाखवेल आणि ज्या याची सेन्सिटिव्हिटी जी आहे ती खूप कमी आहे. जास्त ज्यावेळेस प्रेशर डिफरन्स व्हावा त्याच वेळेस याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला रिडिंग पाहायला भेटतं. मग काय करता येईल? मग याच्यापेक्षा लाइटर लिक्विड आपण या ठिकाणी जर वापरलं तर Then what is the lighter liquid below this? Okay, पाणी आहे. पाण्यापेक्षा लाइटर आपण जर ऑइल घेतलं, ऑइल इज लाइटर दॅन वॉटर. Then what the scientist did? The scientist used the oil here. Okay, कारण ऑइलची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी खूप कमी आहे. And as the specific gravity is very less, for the small pressure difference या ठिकाणी जास्त फ्लक्च्युएशन आपल्याला पाहायला भेटतो. ठीक आहे, जर 10 न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअरचा जर प्रेशर डिफरन्स असेल आणि जर ह्या मर्क्युरी मॅनोमीटर मध्ये फक्त 1 mm चा डिफरन्स दाखवतोय, पण तोच डिफरन्स हा ऑइलचा जर आपण डिफरन्शियल मॅनोमीटर वापरलं तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला जास्त डिफरन्स पाहायला भेटतो. मग हे 10 पेक्षा कमी जर प्रेशर आपल्याला मेजरमेंट करायचं असेल तर मॅनोमीटर मध्ये दाखवणारच नाहीये, कुठल्या मर्क्युरी मॅनोमीटर जर वापरला तर. पण ऑइलच्या याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला दाखवेल रीडिंग 5 mm दाखवेल. ठीक आहे, याच्यापेक्षा कमी पर्यंत दाखवू शकेल. So that was the disadvantage of this mercury, and that's why scientists have, instead of using mercury, they have used oil here. But what is the problem with then oil? Oil having specific gravity less than water. When they started the pump, here is a water and here is oil. But while water is heavier than oil, right? Water ची specific gravity एक आहे, oil ची कशी आहे, एक पेक्षा कमी. Then what happened? This oil started to come up and water started to go down below in the differential manometer. And here water settled down here and oil has come here inside the pipe. Oil here automatically बाहेर निघून गेले. Then scientists have thought, instead of using this C-tube manometer, what if we make this C-tube manometer inverted? त्यालाच आपण उलट करूया. या ठिकाणी उलट केलं तर काय होईल, मग हे जे ऑइल आहे, ऑइलची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी कमी आहे आणि ते ऑइल तर या ठिकाणी आपल्याला आतमध्ये राहीलच. ज्यावेळेस पाणी येईल तर पाणी हे खालून वरती नाही जाणार ह्याच्यामध्ये, कारण ऑलरेडी ऑइल कसं आहे, लाइटर आहे, लाइटर दॅन वॉटर, अँड वॉटर इज हेवियर. सो वॉटर नाउ इन दिस केस विल नॉट go up and oil will not come down, and that's the reason they have come up with this inverted U-tube manometer. Okay, everyone got this? What is the reason behind that? And that's why in case of inverted U-tube manometer, the liquid which is used as a manometer fluid, it has the specific gravity less than the liquid flowing through the pipe. जर पाईप मधून लिक्विड वॉटर फ्लो होत असेल तर या ठिकाणी आपण मॅनोमेट्रिक फ्लुइड हाच घेऊ शकतो ज्याची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी 1 पेक्षा कमी आहे. असा जर आपण या ठिकाणी मॅनोमेट्रिक फ्लुइड घेतला ज्याची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी 1 पेक्षा जास्त आहे, then in that case that manometric fluid, it will not remain here, it will settle down, it will come down here inside the pipe. Okay, so this thing it should be known by all of you. And now how to find out the pressure difference, that is PA minus PB, that we will see. Before that, please write down the title, draw the diagram here. Okay, title liha inverted U-tube manometer, and you can write down this particular sentence here. An inverted U-tube manometer, differential manometer, is used for measuring difference of low pressure where accuracy is prime consideration. Accuracy ज्या ठिकाणी महत्त्वाची आहे त्या ठिकाणी instead of going for your U-tube differential manometer, we should prefer inverted U-tube manometer. Okay, accuracy महत्त्वाची आणि लो प्रेशर आहे अशा ठिकाणी. Write down the title, write down this sentence, and then draw this diagram. हाँ Is it over? Yes. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let us move ahead to derive the equation here for this inverted tube manometer. It is quite simple as that of the we have seen in the previous one, but one thing we have to keep in mind that आता या ठिकाणी प्रेशर आपण खालून अप्लाय करतोय आणि ह्याचा जो वेट आहे ते वरून खाली ऍक्ट होतोय. या ठिकाणी ऑइल जे आहे ते ऑइल असेल किंवा हा जो कॉलम आहे. सी हियर pressure where before starting the pump this manometric fluid it was at same level. Okay, let us consider this as at the same level. Okay, when we started the pump, oil water has started coming inside this pipe and in this pipe also, and then it is starting going in upward direction. But whatever the column it has prepared now here, या ठिकाणी काय होईल, this liquid as pressure more inside this pipe, it has pushed this liquid in upward direction, and that's why the manometer liquid has reached here and it has come down up to here. Okay, so when the equilibrium has reached, now these water levels have become stable, right? And now this pressure is acting in this direction, upward direction. हा pressure कुठे act होतोय? Upward direction मध्ये. This PA, this PB, हा PB जो आहे that is acting in upward direction only, right? कारण हा pressure कसा act होतोय? Upward direction मध्ये. But what about the pressure intensity of this column? It is acting in downward direction. आपला ह्याचा आतापर्यंत गरज नाही पडली कन्सिडर करायची, कारण याची उलटी केस आपण आतापर्यंत बघितली नव्हती. जे नॉर्मल केस मध्ये काय होत होतं, जे आपण बघत होतो, हा प्रेशर पण खालीच ऍक्ट होत होता आणि ह्याची जी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे ते पण खालीच ऍक्ट होत होती. त्यामुळे याचं साइन कन्व्हेन्शन there was network issue here. So त्या केसमध्ये आपण साइन कन्व्हेन्शन वरती विचार केला नाही, कारण डाऊनवर्ड ऍक्ट होणारे जो प्रेशर आहे ह्यातला प्रेशर आहे पीए, तो पण खाली ऍक्ट होत होता आणि यातले जे प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे कॉलम मुळे क्रिएट झाली ते पण खाली ऍक्ट होत होती. पण या केसमध्ये काय होतोय, पाईप मधला प्रेशर हा वरती ऍक्ट होतो आणि ही जी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे, हा जो कॉलम आहे त्या कॉलमचा जो वेट आहे ते कुठे ऍक्ट होतोय, डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शन मध्ये. ह्या दोन्हीची डायरेक्शन वेगळी आहे. सिमिलरली या केसमध्ये पण पीबी हा अपवर्ड ऍक्ट होतोय आणि हा जो कॉलम आहे त्या कॉलमची प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आणि हा जो कॉलम आहे या कॉलमची प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वरून खाली ऍक्ट होते, बरोबर आहे, या दोन्हीची पण. मग आता या ठिकाणी साइन कन्व्हेन्शन आपल्याला व्यवस्थित कन्सिडर करावं लागतील. जर हा पण पीए हा पॉझिटिव्ह घेतला अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन मध्ये आणि हा वरती ऍक्ट होणारा हा पण आपण अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन मध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह कन्सिडर केला, तर डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शन मध्ये जे ऍक्ट होणार आहे ते आपण या ठिकाणी निगेटिव्ह कन्सिडर करूयात. सो आणि हा डेटम लाईन आहे, ह्या डेटम लाईनच्या खाली, आता वरती म्हणण्याच्या ऐवजी आपण काय म्हणूया, खाली, डेटम लाईनच्या खाली, द प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी इन द लेफ्ट लिम बिलो द डेटम लाईन. ओके, सो व्हॉट आर दॅट, पीए हा पॉझिटिव्ह घेतला अपवर्ड मायनस हा गॅमा 1 H1 हा काय होणार आहे, खाली ऍक्ट होणार आहे. सो गॅमा 1 H1 हा मायनस घ्यावा लागेल इज इक्वल टू, आता या ठिकाणी पीबी वरती ऍक्ट होणार आहे त्यामुळे याला आपण घेतला पॉझिटिव्ह, ठीक आहे, मायनस हा H2 H2 गॅमा 2 H2 हा खाली ऍक्ट होतोय, बरोबर आहे, गॅमा 2 H2 आणि हा पण कॉलम डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट होतोय मायनस गॅमा 3 H3, राईट. मग आता या ठिकाणी एक पीबी जो आहे, हा पीबी हा इकडे घेऊन जावा, हा गॅमा 1 H1 इकडे घेऊन जावा, म्हणजे आपल्याला काय भेटेल मग पीए मायनस पीबी इज इक्वल टू, हा मायनस इकडे जाऊन प्लस होईल. ठीक आहे, पीए मायनस पीबी इज इक्वल टू गॅमा 1 H1 मायनस गॅमा 2 H2 मायनस गॅमा 3 H3. अशा आपल्याला इक्वेशन या ठिकाणी भेटेल. इफ यू लुक ॲट दिस इक्वेशन अँड प्रिव्हियस इक्वेशन, त्याच्या साइन मध्ये फक्त आपल्याला बदल पाहायला भेटेल. So here this is the derivation part. Just now I have discussed with you gamma 1 PA minus gamma 1 H1 PB minus gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 3 H3. So PA minus PB हा इकडे गेल्यावर प्लस होईल, gamma 1 H1 minus gamma 2 H2 minus gamma 3 H3 Newton per meter square. Similarly, in this method also, instead of pressure intensity, we have considered the pressure heads. HA minus H1S1 is equal to HB minus H2S2 minus H3S3. So HB, if I take here this H1S1 on this side, then HA minus HB is equal to, this will become positive when it will go on the right hand side, H1S1 minus H2S2 minus H3S3 meter of water. Again, if I convert this in terms of pressure intensities, then it will become P upon gamma W minus PB upon gamma W, right? P, now both base is same here, denominator. So PA minus PB, this gamma W जर इकडे गेला तर काय multiply होईल. So PA minus PB, if I multiply this value by gamma W, then I will get here pressure intensity difference PA minus PB. Okay, so this is the derivation part for this inverted U-tube manometer. It is quite simple, and while solving the problem, same procedure we have to follow. So we have drawn the diagram for this. Now directly you can write down the steps for this inverted U-tube manometer. Okay, from this start, from this to up to end up to this point, you note down this procedure for this inverted U-tube manometer. Do it fast. And after that, we are going to solve problem based upon this. Do it fast. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
All other students, is anyone remain? Kekan, is it over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let us solve the problem based upon this differential YouTube parameters. Okay. Write on the problem, first problem here. YouTube differential manometer. Write on the problem. YouTube differential manometer containing mercury is used to measure difference in pressure difference in pressure for two pipes A and B. For two pipes A and B as shown in figure. Pipe A contains carbon tetrachloride. Pipe A contains carbon tetrachloride of specific gravity 0.8. Pipe B contains oil of specific gravity 0.9. Pipe B contains oil of specific gravity 0.9. Find pressure difference between 2 points. Find pressure difference between 2 points. Now here, first of all, let us use the notation 1, 2, 3 for the liquids in the pipe A, then mercury, and for the liquid in the pipe B respectively. Therefore, we can write here H1 is equal to 1.5 meter, H2 is equal to 0.6 meter, H3 is equal to 0.5 meter. Then S1 is equal to 0.8, S2 is equal to 13.6, and S3 is equal to 0.9. We can write. Then under equilibrium condition, pressure head in the left limb at the datum is equal to pressure head in the right limb at the datum. That is HA plus H1S1 is equal to HB plus H2S2 plus H3S3. Right. Then take HB on the LHS and H1S1 on the RHS. Right. Then you will get the equation HA minus HB is equal to H2S2 plus H3S3 minus H1S1. Right. Now put the values of H1, H2, H3, S1, S2, S3 in that equation and find out what is the value of HA minus HB. You will get some value and that unit of that value will be meter of water, right? And then we have to find out what is the pressure difference PA minus PB by using formula PA minus PB is equal to gamma W into HA minus HB in bracket. So HA minus HB value already you have found there in the previous step. Put that value of HA minus HB and multiply that by 9810, that is gamma W, and you will get the pressure difference between the two pipes PA minus PB in Newton per meter square. Once you get the answer, put your answers in the chat box. Anisha has got the answer 72,692.1 Newton per meter square. Okay, let me check the answer. Mm. $72,690, correct. You have got the correct answer. Then Sandeep has got PA minus PB is equal to 7.41 meter. Sandeep, what is that meter? Is it the unit of pressure?
येस सर. पीए मायनस पीबीच आहे सर. ते एच मायनस एचबीच अजून काढायचं आहे.
उलट कसं काय करताय तुम्ही? अगोदर तुम्हाला HA minus HB भेटेल ना. First you will get HA minus HB and then you will find PA minus PB. I think you have got some confused somewhere. Whatever you have got there, that 7.41, that is HA minus HB. Okay.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
And now you are going to find out what is PA minus PB. Multiplied by 9810, that is gamma W. Ganesh has got the right answer. And Kekan also got the correct answer. Kekan, unit you have written wrong. Newton per meter. It is the unit of surface tension. Again, you have done the mistake. Now we have written kilonewton per meter square, but your values are not in that proportion. If you would have written there 72.69, then it would be right. Yes, put your answers. Many students are remaining. Akshada have got the correct answer. See, Kekan, you are again doing the same mistake. The unit is Newton per meter square, not kilonewton. If you want to write down it in kilonewton per meter square, then you have to divide that 72,000 value by 1000. Then your value will be 72.69. Then you can write down the unit as a kilonewton per meter square. Correct. Ganesh has written there correctly. Vedant Godpur has got the answer. Rutuja, correct. Umbarji, correct. Akash, correct. Many students have got the correct answer. Shall we move ahead? Or should we wait? Okay, many students now, Sharon Nagur also got the answer. So let us solve the next problem. YouTube differential manometer, write down. Now in this problem, the diagram is not given. Just they have given the problem. YouTube differential manometer is connected to a horizontal pipe. YouTube differential manometer is connected to a horizontal pipe carrying water at 2 points A and B. At 2 points A and B, full stop. The difference in the mercury level, in two limbs is 0.35 meter. Is 0.35 meter. Full stop. Calculate pressure difference. Calculate pressure difference at A and B. At A and B in kilonewton per meter square. In kilonewton per meter square. This is the problem. Now, is it over writing the problem? All of you have written the problem. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, read the problem. Whether they have given the value of H1, S1, H2, S2 in the problem. H2 value is given and they have mentioned the mercury. So H2 value and S2 values are known to you. But what about H1 value, then S1 value, then H3 value and S3 value. Now here pipe is carrying water, they have mentioned, okay, and this pipe is horizontal and this differential manometer is connected on the same pipe, okay, two limbs. YouTube differential manometer connected to a horizontal pipe carrying water at 2 points A and B. So here you also know this value of H1, S1, because water has specific gravity 1. This value is known to you. And then on the same pipe, this both pipes ends are connected. So the S3 is also same. So that is 1, right? So even though they have not mentioned these values of S1, S2, S3, but from the by reading the problem, we can infer what are the values of S1, S2, S3. And then value of H2 is also given to us. We don't know the value of H1 and value of H3. Okay, दोन value आपल्याला माहित नाहीत, value of H1 and H3. Then how we are going to solve this problem? Yes, how we can solve this problem? Anyone? For that purpose, first of all, we need to draw the diagram. First of all, draw the diagram. Consider pressure inside point A at point A is greater than the pressure intensity inside at the point B. Okay, and then connect these pipes. Okay. Kekan has got the answer directly. 43.26 kilonewton per meter square. Nice. Kekan, can you explain this, how you have got the answer here? It will be better for the others to. Yes, Kekan.
आवाज येतो
हाँ येतोय सर, बोल केतन.
पहिला सर H1 दिली H1 दिलेलं आणि रोच सर 35 आहे सर आणि H3 चा 0.5 पहिला सर हॅलो सर.
येस, काय 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 करायचं?
H1 आहे दिलेलं सर. H1 सर लेफ्ट हा पूरा H1 डेटा पॉइंट पासून सर पूरा पॉइंट ए पासून हे H1 घ्यायचं सर. आणि नंतर सर डेटा पासून सर राईट लिंबला 0. निम्मा सर सेक्शन निम्मा पासून सर 0.35 घ्यायचं सर. 35 घ्यायचं.
आणि राहिलेलं
हा ते पण 0.35 घ्यायचं सर. आणि राहिलेलं इकडं मायनस कडे H1 चं सर H1 चं H मायनस 0.35 घ्यायचं सर लाईफ टाइमला.
H मायनस
H मायनस 0.35.
ओके, म्हणजे इकडे H घ्यायचं का?
ते H1 घ्यायचं सर. इकडे H3 चं सर H3 चा H मायनस 0.35.
H मायनस 0.35. पण हे H म्हणजे काय आहे?
H म्हणजे H3 सर. H मायनस 0.35 म्हणजे H3.
आपण H काय आहे?
हाईट ऑफ सर, हाईट ऑफ लेवल सर HP चा.
कुठून कुठपर्यंत?
हा डेटम सर मर्क्युरी लेवल पासून सर हे डेटम ते मर्क्युरी तिथं वाचतो सर HB चा सर.
इथून इथपर्यंत?
हा नाही सर, अर्धावट सर, अर्धावट अर्धा घेत सर, अर्धा. कॅन आय ड्रॉ डायग्राम सर?
हा, या ड्रॉ यू कॅन. Or if you have drawn the diagram, you can show it. One minute. I think you are not given the access to draw the diagram. I will allow you. Where is that access has to be given? Enable annotation for the others. Now you can draw the diagram. Yes, where is the Kekan? Yes, Kekan. Yes, he is drawing the diagram. Nice. I think you are unable to draw the diagram properly because you are using the phone, right? So you may not be able to draw the diagram. Okay, leave it. I will show here. I will explain the problem. So it will take a lot of time. Kekan. See here, all of you. Okay, here's a drawn here. Okay, no problem. You can hear what is H1, what is that H? H कुठून कुठपर्यंत आहे? Kekan, is it over? Kekan? See here, we have left only with 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, we have to complete it. So I will clear the screen here, Kekan, because the diagram has become very rough and we are unable to see, deduce anything from it. So there are two diagrams, one my diagram and second your diagrams. They are mixed with, and nothing can be seen clearly. See here, all of you. Here we have to apply the geometry. Okay, we have only this value, that is difference between this lower level of mercury and the higher level of mercury. It is given, that is 0.35. Manometric reading is given. They have not given us what is H1 and they have not given us what is H3, but we know that the pipe is horizontal. So this line, horizontal line, and this horizontal line, okay, the summation of this will be equal to this. हे आपल्याला माहित आहे जिओमेट्रीचा वापर करून. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ हिअर ह्याला आपण जर H1 म्हणतोय, आपण H1 च्या ऐवजी आपण ह्याला म्हणूया H. ठीक आहे, जर हा H असेल तर हा राहिलेला पार्ट किती येईल या ठिकाणी? इट विल बी H minus this point. Okay, this much. So here we can write H minus 0.35. Okay. Now after giving this notation, we will apply the condition of equilibrium. Okay, this HA plus H1S1. First of all, we will write down the formula as it is, and then we will put what is the H1, then what is H3, that we are going to put afterwards. Okay. Now, first of all, we have written this formula, then we have taken this H1, HB on this side, H1S1 on this side, and we have got this equation, right? Now here, we will put what is H1, what is H2, what is H3 in this equation. The equation मध्ये आपण हे value टाकले. H2 was 0.32, that I have put. HS2 was 13.6, that I have put here. H3, what is H3? H3 is nothing but this H minus 0.35, that I have put here. What is S3? S3 is the 1, that is specific gravity of water. H1 is nothing but H, I have put here. S1 is nothing but 1, that I have put here. Okay. And now in this equation, whole equation, there is only one unknown here, that is H. So now if I multiply it here inside, then this H will get cancelled with this H. Okay. And there will not be any unknown. There will be only number. Do the addition multiplication of this minus this here 1, and याचे multiplication करा, हे 1 नाही येणार, तेच येईल, minus 0.35 यातून minus करा, then you will get the HA minus HB value here. And once you get this HA minus HB value here, then multiply this value by 9810, and then you will get the value of PA minus PB. Okay, I think everyone has understood the problem. Solve it right now till we have 2-3 minutes. And if you get any difficulty, then let me know from your side. Okay, so do it now, solve it. I will wait. With that, I will take your attendance. Everyone understood the problem? Is there a difficulty in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, solve it, put your answers in the chat window. I have taken your attendance. Those students who have solved the problem, they can leave the session. Kekan has got the answer, then Anisha Godse has got the answer, and Vedant Gobur. These 3 students have got the answer. Then Shubhangi. These students have got the answer. You can leave the session if you want. Others, put your answers in the chat window quickly. Akash has got an answer. Okay. HA minus HB 4.7. Sandeep, check there, something has gone wrong. You might not have subtracted the 0.35. 0.35 tatna minus kara. Then you will get the correct value of HA minus HB. Priyanka, Babar, then Shruti, Shita, then Aditya, then Sandeep, Mayur Shende, Rutuja. All of you have got the correct answer. Now, shall we stop here? Rupesh got the answer. Rupesh, you need to put the units also. Rohan, don't just put the values. Unit also is needed. Samadhan has got the answer. Ganesh, correct. So let us stop here now. Vijay. Thank you for your patience listening and having active participation in the session. Thank you all of you. Now I am going to close the session here.